Okay, folks, we do the toast now. With a couple dance. Shh. Shh. Simatanda. That's it. Hey, that worked. I feel very powerful right now. Dick, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Good.
Do you want to start up?
All
right, well, let Dick start.
Okay, just very briefly, thank all of you, as Father said many times, for coming. We certainly appreciate it, and Andrew and Becky, I know appreciate it. Andrew is our fourth son-in-law. There was no Freudian slip on that, Nancy. It's actually sons-in-law. Andrew was put to a little bit of a character test earlier this year. When this all came out last December, that they were getting engaged, Andrew's mother certainly was actively involved in the planning of this. And he came through what had been a very difficult time. And I'm confident that with the character and spirit that he has, that this marriage will last a long time. So congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, first I'd like to say congratulations to both these guys. So a round of applause. And my dad didn't give me much time to write this speech, but I thought the priest did a great job tonight and characterized humor and faith as being two things that are very important in a marriage. And I think that is very important. Beck and I love FoxNews.com. And I saw this great article on the other day. It was, what makes a happy, successful marriage? And it was separate beds. I thought that was great. That may be my best advice, but it's worked for 9 years now, I think. Anyway, maybe that's why we're childless. I'm not sure.
Too much information.
Secret to a successful marriage, and I think it's different for everybody what makes a successful marriage. And Andrew and Becky will have to find their own secret. They're going to go through some hard times, and like my dad said, they already have, and they've survived. So I think that's what matters. So congratulations.
I wrote this one out. There's no way I'd be able to make it up without reading this. First of all, for those that don't know me, I'm Richard, Andrew's brother, this guy. So, that's where I am. Yes. And then I also want to thank Becky's parents for making today possible, as well as my dad. Also to the bridesmaids, you've done a great job helping Becky today, and you all look amazing wherever you are in the room, scattered throughout. And then Becky, I need to thank you, of course, for showing up today. Andrew really appreciates it. And then I want to thank everybody else for coming and sharing with us in this spectacular occasion. All right. Alright, so when Andrew first asked me to be his best man, I was pretty excited, and then I realized I'd have to write this speech that I'm giving right now. So I decided last Wednesday to do some research on the internet, and watched about, 2 or 3 or 10 videos on YouTube of best man speeches, and from that, I put together this here speech. So one of the major problems I realized after watching these videos is typically you're supposed to tell these fantastic stories about the groom and how great a guy he is. And Andrew to test, I am the worst storyteller on earth. I've heard 4-year-olds tell more comprehensive stories than myself. And since I'm supposed to uplift the groom and let everyone know how amazing he is, instead of telling you about the time how I ended up in the hospital after he hit me with a golf club, or the time how he accidentally shot me with his BB gun, or that time when he made sure that I was the one that was completely at fault when I broke the window with a golf club. Instead, I'm going to tell you about all the great things about my brother. First of all, I can tell you that he is extremely dedicated and a hard worker. When he decides to do something, he does it. I remember back in high school, he was on the cross-country team, and he decided one day he was going to go and run 10 miles. That had to be the hottest day of the summer, and had at least 120% humidity out. So when he got back, he basically looked like he jumped in the pool. But he survived. Another great thing about Andrew is that he can talk, and I think this will be a great tool in marriage. I still talk to Andrew on the phone about twice a week, as I live in Phoenix and he is not. Becky always jokes that all we ever talk about are movies, Lost, and video games, but really that's about all there is to talk about. I also remember the time when Mom got one of these cell phone usage bills one month, and we realized how many hours Andrew and Becky spent talking to each other. I do find it strange, though, that even after all that time Becky spent talking to Andrew on the phone, she still has no idea when I answer his phone and we talk for 3 minutes. The last thing I'd like to say is Andrew is a great bro. I guess it's a little too late to remind you that you've already broken bro code number 32, which dictates that you're not even supposed to think about getting married until you're 30. But I do have to give you props for upholding bro code number 123 by inviting all of your bros to the wedding. Alright, so the last thing I want to leave everybody with is a little quote I found on the internet. This is more serious. Alright, the quote is, marriage is not about finding a person you can live with, it's about finding the person you can't live without. And I think Andrew and Becky have both found that person. And so a toast, and I have beer. Here's to a lifetime of happiness and love for Andrew and Becky.
I think half of that speech was about giving a speech. So that's good. Very well done. I was cracking up pretty good. Greg's going to give us some mood lighting here and darken and render the